It's honestly hard to believe that Blue Lock is a weekly manga series with just how incredible the artwork is. Today's chapter 283 literally has 7 double spreads, so just sit back and enjoy peak art of your favorite characters. Mine is Shidou Ryusei. What's going on, everyone? My name is Animasu, and today we're going to be reading through Blue Lock chapter 283, titled Field Attack and Defense. If you enjoy Blue Lock or just want to support my channel, please click that subscribe button, comment below your thoughts, and feel free to join my community Discord in the video description. Without further ado, let's get right back into the Battle of Crash Outs, also known as the BM vs PXG match. Blue Lock chapter 283 starts off with intro text stating, Itoshi and Isagi face off once again. A limit-pushing 1v1 battle begins, right at Basher Munich's goal box. Ryuchi is screaming out as always to get his team back on track. Meanwhile, even Shidou Ryusei looked shocked by Itoshi play. He just chugs along, unable to be stopped, pushing both NPC defenders off their center of balance while Hiyori stares at the clock in horror. With only 10 seconds and counting left on the star change system, Hiyori knows they can get a break from PXG's unrelenting offense if they just stall for a bit longer. More specifically, Isagi yoichi must be the one to do so, as he seems to have wrapped around to assist Gagamaru in what could be the last defensive effort. Alexis now seems to be running in towards the box 2 in the first page, however a PXG defender is shielding him, so I doubt he'll have any use. As Isagi approaches Itoshi, clearing him down with evolved metavision, he challenges him to just come and try and pass him. Just try something. Itoshi stares back with no response, so locked in that his mouth is filled with drool and now pouring out onto the pitch. Somebody please get bro a napkin. Anyways, RIN lunges forward, leaving 2 defenders in the dust, as Julian Loki urges the new star to just continue onward. Noah, however, is watching along with unease, as he's never seen an egoist with such an obsessive rage. The moment Itoshi was presented with the challenge of his #1 rival, all hell broke loose, and he basically got a Kaioken ×4 multiplier to every stat. As the 2 rivals then finally meet face to face, one-on-one, Isagi knows that Itoshi craves to specifically destroy him while chasing after this victory. I also have to point out how amazing this double spread is, and since I'm probably using the colored version, shout out to Ryusei Arts for his amazing artwork and adaptation of the manga. Y'all make sure to go check out his socials and support his work, which will be linked down below. I just really love the contrasting sides of light and dark, destroyer versus creator, because it carries the perfect contrast for Blue Lock's #1 rivalry. Anyways, Itoshi obviously dives headfirst in with no fear, chanting Isagi's name over and over just like some kind of crazed ex-girlfriend. He even activates his Spiral Destroyer Eye from the U20 match, just as we see Isagi begin to leap in for either a tackle or a block. No matter his intention, his foot ends up just 1 inch away from the ball as Itoshi swings through for the shot, with his eyes turning black as he yells out Isagi's name one final time. Itoshi's ideal conditions have been met, and they've now caused him to instinctually take a desired shot. He begins to preemptively brag about the winning goal in this match, however his entire demeanor changes when hearing Isagi's confidence as he runs towards the goal. Does that feel good, you pervert? You know though, I'm just a sacrificial pawn. Sprinting past RIN while turning his flow state into a shocked one, Isagi has found the key to piercing a genius's unstoppable play. A prodigy x prodigy chemical reaction, and yes I know, the canon term is talented learner, but I cannot be asked to say talented learner x talented learner. You know, that just sounds lame and too long. Anyways, as Kaiser can be seen sprinting into the box while tracking the shot with his metavision, Isagi and RIN just both watch in shock as it's both out of their hands. While Itoshi acted in a moment purely based on his own desires, Isagi yoichi let himself be destroyed, basically manipulating the field into his ideal scenario with a few movements. Knowing that he can't magically become Lavinho and beat Itoshi in a 1v1, Isagi stalled for just long enough to lure Kaiser in to assist with the shot block. We sure enough see the blue rose flying through the air, chipping a piece of the ball to complete the chemical reaction. We even get a cool combination of Kaiser's Vine Aura and Isagi's puzzle pieces, however Aura cannot change to the block. It may have been too shallow. With Kaiser taking on a worried expression while watching the ball fly, he realizes that it's heading for the outer frame as it continues curving through the air. The perspective switches over to Gagamaru again, who clearly has no time, cursing under his breath while hoping for the ball to not go in. As the shot continues along its course, Basher Munich players are left with a worried expression as it slams into the crossbar, bouncing in towards the net rather than out like they hoped. Charles Chevalier is of course happy and singing in excitement as we see the ball bounce off the bar, into the ground, and just barely over the line. Or so it seems at first glance, because if you look at the ball's shadow in comparison to the white line, it hasn't fully crossed yet, just like the Japan World Cup situation. Reading this bounce while diving through the air, Kagamaru goes on to make a last-second save, swatting the ball clear of Basher Munich's net with a bear claw deflection. Everyone is left with shocked expressions, as contrary to the world-class goals they've been witnessing, a world-class save has instead just occurred. This man Kagamaru has so much aura every time he's on screen, last time showing up in the BM vs Uber's match to shut down King Barou. Anyways, with the ball bouncing out of bounds and over the white line, the announcers scream in disbelief, as Kagamaru has prevented this match from being shut out 3-2 by Itoshi RIN. With he and Isagi both clenching their fists in excitement and determination, Basher Munich can breathe deep, as they're now safe and back in action. The outro text then says, with Kagamaru's super save, it's in favor of Germany's Basher Munich. No, we can do this. From prodigy to genius killer. I believe it's from the perspective of Isagi, and with that sadly being the end of chapter 283, I can at least say that we will have no break going into next week. The upcoming chapter 284 title seems to be Soul, which more than likely relates to Isagi's return to Zero and his current feelings of passion, calmness, and wanting to win. It seems like we're not going to have a break before the end of the match, so we're probably going to have that in 1, 2, 3 chapters? Bro, I'm just so ready for it. The soul consists of your emotions, will, and mind, all tying into Isagi's true character and foundational personality that he's just awakened. I also am curious why the chapter outro said it's in Germany's favor, considering shouldn't it be PXG's possession with a throw-in? Maybe it just meant that they now have a moment to breathe. So do we think the substitutions take place immediately next chapter? Or maybe after another close goal attempt? It seems like the timer should have counted all the way down by now with this chapter, but you know how Blue Lock and manga time is. 2 to 3 seconds will go by and they'll have like an entire fight in space. Also, with Noah coming out of the game and Basher Munich still having 2 useless NPCs on the pitch, could we possibly see Corona, Kunigami, and Yuki all sub in at once? Like he said, they're going to use aggressive substitutions, and we haven't really seen that. Naru Tepi could even hop on instead of maybe Kunigami, but overall, I just hope to see Isagi absolutely destroy on this counter. Imagine a full link-up between everyone on Basher Munich, as Yoichi just runs through the midfield, passing every defender with a quick 1-2, off-the-ball movement, or just efficient logic. I've also seen a lot of people complaining about how he didn't beat Itoshi RIN in a direct one-on-one, but like, do these people have any reading comprehension? Of course he wasn't going to magically cook bro in every category, because like he said, I'm not a genius, so I must play like the talented learner I am. He's now embracing his talents and playstyle, which believe it or not, involves teammates and manipulating the field. Crazy, I know, right? With that wrapping up Blue Lock chapter 283, I just want to thank you all so much for tuning in and supporting my channel. If you enjoy staying up to date with Blue Lock and like seeing this content, it truly helps if you click that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and drop a comment for the algorithm. I also have a community Discord link down below filled with other Blue Lock fans, so feel free to join up and say what's up. I'll soon be hosting a lot more game nights and fun events there, so make sure to stay tapped in the best way possible. Anyways, I sadly have to go study for exams and do college homework, but I at least hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your day.